Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we're going to be tackling the question of did 343 use cheats in the Halo Infinite campaign overview trailer that they put out a couple days ago. So, after releasing my most recent video yesterday, a lot of people in the comments, as well as DMs, told me that 343 might have actually been using cheats in that trailer, and they pointed out quite a few bits of evidence that suggests that they might be using some cheats such as unlimited health or no fall damage or stuff like that. And I figured, that's actually kind of interesting. We could take a look at that. Now, before we get into all the details, I do want to make clear that this is not like some, 343 exposed video. Using cheats to show like in development footage and stuff like that, that's very normal. I mean, you should see like all the E3 demos for like pretty much every game. They're all extremely scripted. But let's take a look at why they might have used cheats in this particular case. So one of the first things that people pointed out to me was that it seems like they were using like one-shot kill in certain scenes. And we can see that in this scene where this Banshee pretty much gets destroyed in one shot. And the Wasp here, it doesn't look like any of its shots are connecting until it fires its main shot there, which seems to blow up the Banshee in one hit. And the Banshee seemed to be in pristine condition until that point. Now, this could be on easy difficulty, but the rest of the video does not suggest it's on easy difficulty, so it's possible they used one-shot kill there. Now, this next one is directly based on my most recent video, where I speculated that it seems like the fall timer in Halo Infinite was either extended or non-existent. And that is possible. But a lot of people had alternate theories. So in my video, I compared the fall timer from Halo Infinite to Halo 3 and 4, and Halo Infinite had a significantly longer fall timer from what we could see. Actually, we couldn't even see like the max limit of the Halo Infinite fall timer, so we don't actually know how long it is. But we do know that it's longer than in any previous Halo games. But a lot of people speculated that it's not that the fall timer is longer. It's possibly that they were using, like no death cheats or God mode cheats. But, in the video, I speculated the timer was longer, which allowed Chief to survive that drop with the Marines and the Warthog there. But, it's not clear anymore. But speaking of unlimited health, so in Halo Infinite, it seems like, and I actually really just noticed this recently, I didn't even notice it during the flight, but you do have a health bar on your HUD now. So you can see at the top there, once your shields run out, there's a separate bar just for health, and it turned orange there when the health was draining. So with that in mind, let's look at this scene here. So shields drained, and then health was completely depleted, and then this elite hit you with more shots. Now, at first glance, you may not really notice anything odd about that, but you can see here, if you look closely at the health bar here has one bar left, and then it gets completely depleted, there's no health left, and yet, the elite keeps shooting at you, and you keep taking more hits from the elite as well as other enemies. And this is definitely not on easy difficulty either. How quickly the health drained, this is at least maybe normal or higher difficulty. And, you had no health left, but you still took several hits on a higher difficulty, which suggests that they were using God mode. So, how do cheats in Halo work in general, in all Halo games? Because they're all using the same engine still. So, let's take a look at Halo 2 first. Every Halo game has, at least in the development builds, have some kind of like cheat menu built in that you saw there, or like a debug menu really. But that debug menu contains all the game's built-in cheats, such as invincibility. Now in Halo 2, when you have invincibility turned on, that's unlimited shields as well, which doesn't seem like it matches Halo Infinite. But starting with Halo 3, the unlimited health cheat no longer makes it unlimited shields. Your shields will now drain when you turn on unlimited health, or rather, Deathless Player is the more accurate name. So here, with Deathless Player on, see my shields do get instantly drained on legendary difficulty, but my health is still unlimited and I won't die. And this is more consistent with Halo Infinite. And of course, with each iteration of the Halo engine, how these cheats work under the hood may change a little bit, some slight differences between each game. So that's perfectly normal that it's not 100% the same as previous Halo games, but it's similar enough. And we already know now that Halo Infinite does use some iteration of the Blam engine, or the Halo engine, that previous games use. In fact, Halo Infinite, at least the debug builds that we've seen in 343's videos, that it even has pretty much the same debug menu, almost like unchanged visually. And you can bet that will contain a lot of debug cheats, including unlimited health or deathless player. Now, in that video, it was very brief, and we couldn't really see many details of that debug menu, so we don't know what cheats Halo Infinite actually has. But deathless player that's pretty much a given. So, with all that in mind, and now that we know how cheats work in Halo, did 343 use cheats? Well, there's no way to know for sure, honestly. It's possible. Very possible. But it's just unclear. I don't really know how the health system works. So that scene where, your health bar was depleted, but you're still taking hits on a higher difficulty, it's possible there's a third invisible health bar that we're not aware of. But honestly, I don't remember how that even worked in a flight either, so it's unclear to me. But if that health bar was your entire health, and it was drained to 0, and you're still taking several hits from enemies on a higher difficulty, then okay, that would be almost definite proof of a god mode cheat being enabled. So, I'd say it's possible that they use cheats throughout some parts of the video. And again, there's nothing wrong with using cheats, but it's just interesting that Halo Infinite still has a lot of the same cheats that previous Halo games have. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it's normal and almost expected. It's just that most times in other games and stuff, most people don't really notice it. All those E3 demos, all those reveal demos, they're all very scripted and heavily pretty much on rails and cheats enabled and other things built in to make sure that the person in the demo doesn't fail or mess up. It's it's pretty much everything is all made sure that it's exactly how they want it to be. So having cheats enabled, that's no surprise that there's nothing wrong with it. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be interesting. And as always, if you did, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!